Welcome to Perisai Petroleum Technology Berhad's annual general meeting. 2014 was a year of realizing our strategies, and this has been actualized by our successful entry into the offshore drilling segment. It was a landmark year where we proudly took delivery of our first jack-up drilling rig, the Perisai Pacific 101. Our strategy, which was initiated a few years ago to transform Perisai Petroleum from a charter-focused business model to an operational entity, focused on two key segments of offshore drilling and offshore production. Underpinned by our strategy of acquiring one key asset a year, beginning with the acquisition of the Mobile Offshore Production Unit MOPU Rubicon in 2012 and the Floating Production Storage Offloading FPSO vessel, the Perisai Camellia, in 2013. We completed our transformation into an operational company with the delivery of our jack-up drilling rig. The highlight of 2014 for Perisai was the award of a 3-year contract by Petronas Carigali Sendirian Berhad for the Perisai Pacific 101. This award by Petronas Carigali is valued at $158 million for the 3 years. Our 2 other jack-up drilling rigs under construction in PPL shipyard are expected to be delivered within the next 2 years. We now have 9 offshore support vessels OSV with the addition of the Lewek Robin in September 2014. Over in our production division, our FPSO Perisai Camellia has been operating with exemplary efficiency for Hess Corporation. For the financial year 2014, Perisai generated total revenue of 122.1 million ringgit, an increase of 10.4 million ringgit when compared to the previous financial year's total revenue of 111.7 million ringgit. This increase in revenue is attributed to the commencement of the drilling operations of Perisai Pacific 101 in August 2014. Profit after tax weighed in at 27.3 million ringgit compared to the amount of 82.4 million ringgit attained in 2013. The decrease in profit was mainly due to the absence of charters from Rubicon, our mobile offshore production unit, and the Enterprise 3, our derrick and pipelay barge, as well as higher finance costs. While we look for fresh opportunities to redeploy Rubicon and the Enterprise 3, we foresee that our drilling division is set to be the key division to drive our revenue in 2015 and beyond. In the middle of 2014, we took delivery of our inaugural jack-up drilling rig, Perisai Pacific 101, with a symbolic launching ceremony at PPL shipyard in Singapore. This significant event was well supported by our clients, bankers, market analysts, and business partners. Perisai Pacific 101 secured a 3-year contract from Petronas Carigali Sendirian Berhad. This contract, valued at $158 million, is an acknowledgement of the company's capability as a local organization to participate and operate alongside international names in the offshore oil and gas industry. We are proud to inform that Perisai Pacific 101 has successfully completed 7 wells located in Terengganu, Sabah and Sarawak for Petronas Carigali since commencing her deployment in August 2014. We are also proud to report that our rig has continuously performed at more than 95% uptime in 2014. Perisai Pacific 102 is near completion, and we are actively exploring opportunities for her deployment upon delivery. Our 3rd jack-up rig, Perisai Pacific 103, is progressing well and ahead of its construction schedule. With the delivery of our 2nd and 3rd jack-up drilling rig, this will facilitate our operational growth in Malaysia and the Southeast Asian region, which will elevate our brand presence globally. In our production division, Perisai Camellia is now operating well for Hess Corporation. Perisai Camellia has been deployed in the North Malay Basin Early Production System since November 2013 and she will continue her services there until 2016. We are proud to share that Perisai Camellia has achieved exemplary operational efficiency close to 100% and HSE records with zero lost time injury until today. Our offshore support vessel division now owns 9 offshore support vessels with the purchase of Lewek Robin. This purchase, finalized in September 2014, is accompanied by a 7-year charter underpinning the investment. Together with other OSVs, the division secured extensions of charters for all our vessels, which will provide earnings visible up to 2017. In April 2014, we grew the share capital of Perisai by issuing 108.42 million new shares. These shares were issued through a private placement, raising a total of 165.9 million ringgit. Fully subscribed in the placement, this reflected the investing public's faith and confidence in the prospects of the Perisai Group. At the end of 2014, Perisai completed a refinancing of its conventional loan facilities for Perisai Pacific 101. The refinancing of the loan to an Islamic facility was to ensure Perisai remains on the Security Commission's Sharia compliance list, which would allow for a broader investor base. We remain focused on maintaining the highest standards of health, safety, and environmental practices. We are pleased to report that we achieved zero lost time incident (LTI) on all our assets throughout 2014. Over the course of 2014, we also undertook several CSR initiatives to meet our obligations as a good and caring corporate citizen. For 2015, uncertainties in the global oil and gas industry will continue to figure prominently throughout the year. With the continuing soft crude oil prices, there will be a decrease in demand for services in the oil and gas industry. The slowdown has impacted the local oil and gas industry, and Petronas has been reported to be looking at 15% to 20% cut in their expenditure for 2015. With such an outlook, it will significantly impact the whole industry, including Perisai. We remain optimistic that the outlook for the global oil and gas sector will gradually improve and a recovery will restore demand for our assets and services going into the year ahead. We would like to acknowledge the contribution of our former chairman, Datuk Dr. Muhammad Arifin Haji Atun, who led the board so ably for the past 10 years. The company has been fortunate to have been led by Yang Bahagia Dato' Arifin, and his chairmanship has been replete with innovative ideas, strategic thinking, and most valuably, his tireless efforts to grow the visibility of Perisai within the industry. We extend our deepest gratitude to Yang Bahagia Dato' Arifin and thank him for continuing to serve as a member of the board. On the same note, the company congratulates and thanks Yang Bahagia Dato' Anwaruddin Ahmad Osman in assuming the chairmanship of the Board of Directors of Perisai Petroleum and look forward to the leadership of Yang Bahagia Dato' Anwaruddin in pursuing the vision and mission of the company and striving to deliver sustainable performance of the Perisai Group in the years ahead. Thank you for all your continued confidence and support, and we look forward to another year of delivering the best value to all of our stakeholders.